Welcome back to Planet Doug, to a travel day on a Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday, 10 to 7 in the morning, and I'm in the parking lot of the Wisma Mutiara in Padang. And today I'm riding the scooter. I have to return the scooter today, so I'm driving it back to the village, Sariak, just outside of Bukittinggi. And from here I can take two different routes. I can take the main road, which is a lot shorter, but it's really busy, a lot of heavy traffic. And there is a smaller road that goes by a lake called Lake Singkarak, something like that. When I came here, I took that road, the small road, on one side of the lake, and today what I'm hoping to do is follow an even smaller road that hugs the other side of the lake. So, you know, I'm not going to stay at the lake, I'm not going to spend the night there. I'm just going to basically take the slow country route back to Bukittinggi from Padang. So that's what I'm doing today. And trying to stay off the main road, trying not to be killed by all the huge trucks that thunder up and down the island of Sumatra. So let's get out of here. I've got my favorite route out of Padang. I've done this many times already. I go here, turn right, cross the bridge, and I'm going to follow the river as much as possible. And yeah, let's get out of here. Funny thing is, of course, I'd like to get up relatively early and leave early if I can manage it. And then as I'm packing up and getting ready, here's all the common early morning sight, all the kids going to school, and a flow of scooters as the parents drop off their children, scooters and cars. But there I am in my room packing up, and I'm very eager to get on the road. It's actually still dark outside, the sun isn't up yet, I'm all excited. And then as time goes by, you know, the sky starts to get lighter, and you start to, at least I start to panic. It's like, this is taking too long. I gotta get out there, gotta get out there. And then, then you start to hear the sound of traffic. At the very beginning, it's perfectly quiet, right? And he's like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. You know, I'm gonna be on the road before anybody else. The roads are gonna be empty. And then slowly but surely, as you're packing, you start to hear the roar, the traffic starts to build, you know? More and more scooters start going by your hotel window, more and more motorcycle engines, and then, yeah, you just have this sense of, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. But I think I did okay. Like I said, it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet. Got a tricky little U-turn here to get onto the bridge, cross the bridge, and then follow the river. Gorgeous. I have to stop here just for a minute, get my main GoPro here. There's the sun just coming up over the hill. There's the river here in Padang. I really like this town. I like it a lot. I'm sad to leave, to be honest. I could hang out here a lot longer. There's the river on the other side heading down to the ocean. Yeah, it's a lovely place, as long as you stay in the right neighborhood, I think. And by the right neighborhood for me, I mean the older traditional parts of town. This is, you know, old Padang down by the river, Chinatown over there, all the boats. Yeah, I really like this place. It's grown on me. I'm out here with all the joggers and the early morning cyclists. I meant to clean the visor of my helmet, but I forgot. Coming off the lovely curved off-ramp of that bridge that I love so much. Yeah, I find those turns challenging because people turning onto those roads, they cut it so tight, they're actually in your lane. You're supposed to be turning with them on my right. I mean, if you're driving on the left side of the road, they should cross in front of me and be on my right as they make their turn. But everybody here makes such a sharp turn, they're actually turning in on your left. And it's really confusing because that's not the normal procedure for this type of traffic pattern. So always takes me by surprise. Well, I'm going to stop here for just 1 minute to do my normal assessment that everything is okay. I've got my wallet, I've got my passport, you know I didn't leave anything in the room. I checked the room carefully. My knapsack is here because you don't want to, it's so easy to do. You're leaving in the morning, you've got so many things and you think you've done everything, and for some reason you ride away and you left your knapsack sitting on the ground beside the scooter. That's very easy to do, particularly when you're shooting video. So I got to stop. My knapsack, got my luggage, everything's tied down securely. I know where I'm going, got my phones, chargers, yeah. I'm okay. I have everything with me. I haven't forgotten to do anything. It's a relatively complicated route I have to follow to get out of town. Doesn't matter whether I take like this road following along the river, it ends up being a complicated path. But even if I went by the main roads, it's equally complicated. So lots of fun. Love this river. Maybe I'll turn my main GoPro around, have it facing ahead of me. Ahead of me and towards the river. This way I can capture some last shots of some of the boats on the river and these bridges that I love so much. I've crossed over every one of these bridges multiple times in my time here. More schools up ahead here. I met a bunch of these kids on a few occasions because I've stopped to get snacks at the stall right outside their school there, roti bakar and things, and then I end up with quite a crowd of kids surrounding me, wanting to chat and practice their English. terms of driving along this river. I love this bridge because you can scoot right underneath it, right where that scooter just came out. This is always an interesting area, kind of a garbage recycling center. Full of cats. And I think my route takes me across this bridge, but I have to check Google Maps to figure this out. Yes. Oh man, four cats that I can count from here. There's probably many more that I don't see right now. Yeah, I have to go across this bridge. Love to keep going alongside the river, but I have to link up with a bigger road leaving the city. And to do that, I have to go this way. So I'm leaving the river behind already. Here's one of the next landmarks. I have to cross this bridge as well. Get across this river, and at that point I should be linking up with a major road, and this major road takes me up into the mountains and then to the town of Solok and then around the lake before it links up with Padang, something like that. All right, here we are, the big road. And a little bit of a complicated intersection to navigate, but that was no problem. So from here, it's 65 kilometers to the lake, and heading up into the mountains, as I said, to the town of Solok, turning at Solok, and after 65 kilometers, I'll be at the turnoff to go around the lake. So from here, I'm just going to settle in for the ride. I've reached the outskirts of Padang, starting the climb. I've done this ride before, and it gets very steep in places. Remains to be seen just how many trucks are on the road this morning. It really starts to open up here. Beautiful scenery, particularly on my right, deep valleys. And here's some of these trucks, but they're all coming down. The road narrows right here. Oh, garbage collection area. You see a lot of truck washing on these mountain roads, like any place where there's an abundance of water. It all gets funneled into hoses, and they get to clean their trucks in those places. You can really feel the temperature dropping up here as well. Couldn't tell you how many degrees, but a big difference on my skin from when I was at my hotel to right now. Temperature's gone down quite a bit. All right, first challenge up ahead. Big truck we have to pass. And the second car ahead of me seems to be a fairly hesitant driver. They may have a lot of trouble passing. So let's try passing on the left, at least to get by the car. Oh, finally passed. Nearly a head-on collision with a police car. And there comes a faster car behind me. All right, here we go. One thing I've noticed about riding on these mountain roads, you start feeling like you don't want to stop. Like even if you see a beautiful scenic viewpoint or something interesting at the side of the road, it's like you end up working so hard passing all the slower vehicles, you feel like if you stop to look, all these slower vehicles are going to pass you again, and you have to pass them all a second time. So you feel like once you've gotten in front of them, you don't ever want to slow down. Of course, that makes no sense logically because there's always slower vehicles ahead of you. Doesn't matter whether they're the same ones you passed already or new ones, it all amounts to the same thing. But it's a psychological trick. Remember this spot up here, there's a river. Looks like there's a nice trail off to the left, probably heads to a waterfall. We go across a bridge here and then climb up a very steep section of road. Right here. Climbing up we go. Monkeys? Hey there, monkeys. The fair distance up ahead. Ooh, look at this. Truck carrying cars. I haven't seen that very often, if at all. Seen a lot of trucks carrying loads of motorcycles and scooters. It's rare that I see a truck carrying a bunch of cars. I should have prepared some money in advance to give to these guys directing traffic around the corners, but I forgot to do that. He just got some money from that driver. But yeah, even if I had money ready, how would I give it to any of these guys? You just have to stop the scooter, and that would cause more problems. Yeah, keeps you on your toes, these roads and this traffic. I rode this scooter up here while I was in Padang. I went to a viewpoint, but when I did that, I overshot the viewpoint. I didn't know where it was. I didn't see it, went way past it. I might stop there again this morning just for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Tea would be better, but I have to keep my eyes open for it this time. I don't remember there being any signs pointing the way. Oh, look at this. No idea what that thing is. Hello. Woo. Yeah, I could have had my jacket on this morning. I have to say, it's cold up here, but it won't be cold for very long. And as I often do, I end up wondering about the economics of these men that collect money for directing traffic. Each corner, in a way, is a job, so it's kind of a valuable property. So how does each person claim a corner? If I wanted to start doing this work, how would I break into it? Is there some sort of a organization, informal one? You have to get permission? Because if somebody's already on a corner, it's not like you can just show up and start taking over. At least I don't think you can. And if somebody starts doing this, how did they start? And how was their very first day on the job? I think the same thing about the parking attendants inside the cities. Sometimes I wonder if they're more like a parking mafia in a way. I'm not sure that they do any good, but they act like they're doing good and helping you, so you give them money for doing it. But I think if all the parking attendants disappeared overnight, I don't think it would make any difference to anybody actually driving cars or motorcycles. We would just park our scooters normally. We don't actually need any help. At least I don't, but hey. Okay, gotta get around this guy. Well, I think I can do it on the left. And you really have to keep an eye on ahead of you. When you see a truck ahead of you, you know somebody's going to be passing and heading straight towards you, so you have to get out of their way. You can't look only behind you, you've got to look behind and ahead at the same time. Any car that is passing a truck, they just assume they have the right of way. If they see a scooter coming up the highway, they'll still pass, and they just expect you to get out of their way, which is fine, as long as there's a shoulder. Oh, like right here. Gotta slow down a little bit. Oh, and here's a truck passing a truck. So I got to give him plenty of room, and a scooter passing that truck. Yeah, it's a good thing there's a shoulder here. My assigned lane is completely taken over with cars passing, so I have no lane anymore. Hello. There's the viewpoint. I never saw it when I came up last time. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to stop or not. Feel like I barely got on the road. Yeah, how in the world did I miss that when I was coming up? Hello.
Hello.
I think I'll just keep going. I look behind me and there isn't really much of a view. It's all hazy.
so strong, girl. I can feel you slipping away.
I've arrived near the lake. It's ahead of me a couple of kilometers, so I'm on the small road that I was aiming to go on. And at the beginning, anyway, it's quite a bit rougher than I expected, like unpaved, but the pavement is, there used to be like a stone pavement, but it's all kind of falling apart. A lot of potholes and things like that. So I don't know if it stays really rough, I probably won't continue the whole way, but we'll see. Maybe the road gets better here. It's just that with this scooter, on the final day of riding it, I don't want to beat it up on a road like this. And there's a risk of flat tires with all these rocks and things, but we shall see. I'm going to go ahead a little ways. There's the road ahead of me. It's been relatively rough the last kilometer or so. But as you can see, we're in some nice countryside. The main road goes on the other side of the lake, as I said earlier this morning. This is a much less developed side of the lake. Anyway, we'll see. I'm going to head down to the lake shore, see what happens to the road. If it gets a lot worse than this, I'll probably turn back. Because even the other side is really quite beautiful, the road over there, so there's no problem riding, ouch, on the other side of the lake. A lot of scooters parked here. I think that means, yeah, the fields are full. There's all kinds of people out there working. That's beautiful scenery over there on that side as well. This is the bridge I was looking for. I haven't gone across it yet. And it looks like, yeah, that road I was on before, that was just a small section of really rough road. I think the main road that goes around the lake on this side is in much better condition. So, should be no problem. I said if this was my my own scooter, I wouldn't worry about it at all. But since I'm renting it, I wouldn't want to do 30 kilometers of banging and crashing on a road like that. Now, am I heading in the right direction? I feel like maybe I should have gone, oh no, I think I'm okay. The road should do a sharp right-hand turn up ahead and head back towards the lake. Beautiful mosque there on my right. This might be my right-hand turn. Tells me I'm heading in the right direction. Oh yeah, this is right. And a kilometer ahead, maybe I should get my first view of the lake. This is a great road, nicely paved. Well, I got the view of the lake already. Probably just make it out. Well, let me stop here just for a minute. There's the lake and the rice fields. Beautiful view. When I came in this direction the first time, I was surprised at how large the lake was. Lake Singkarak, I think it's called. I seemed to be riding the scooter alongside the lake much longer than I expected to, from end to end. It's pretty long. And that was the lake, Lake Singkarak. Yeah, it's beautiful to ride along that side of it. Oh. Just came out the far side of the lake, and I've met up with not a main road or anything like that, but this road takes me back to Padang, about 16 kilometers up ahead, and it's back to my temporary home in the village, 28 kilometers from here. And I'm going to be on relatively larger, busier roads from here on in, so not going to be passing anything too exciting. There's I don't know if we'll get a look at the lake off in that direction. There it is down below me. There's a big difference between the two sides of the lake. One side is this road that I'm on now, quite a bit busier, a lot more restaurants and things like that. And the other side, the one I just rode down just now, much less developed, much smaller road, far less traffic, which is nice. And yeah, a few homestays, a couple of cafes, but not nearly as developed for tourism on that side. Quite nice though. And to be honest, that is pretty much it for today's little road trip. As I said, from here back to my destination near Bukittinggi, it's just going to be lots more of this type of road, and the traffic's just going to get busier and busier until I arrive. Ooh. Nice scenery out here still though.